Hey everybody, it's Taylor with Boydston Grove, and today we're going to make a sketch easel. Let's get into it. As an artist and a maker and a woodworker, I like to try to make my own tools as often as I can so I can personalize them for how I want. And so far I've made a stand-up easel, a tabletop easel, and now we're going to make a sketch easel. I plan on using mostly scrap wood for this project if I can to cut down on costs. The wood that I use for the sides of the easel and the drawer is actually old trim from our 1926 home that me and my wife have been renovating. After resawing the boards, I put some dados and rabbets in the frame pieces of the main box. I also cut some 1/2-inch plywood for the top and bottom panels. I cut some notches in the end of 2 of the easel box sides. These will hold frame pieces to frame out the drawer. I use ratchet straps for the glue up of the main easel. I'll leave a link to the ones that I use in the description below. Then I attach the bottom panel with glue and brad nails. I cut some more pieces for the drawer and cut rabbets in the ends of 2 of the pieces using my table saw jointing jig. If you want to know how to build this jointing jig, I have a full tutorial. I'll leave a link to that video in the description below. The assembly of the drawer was pretty straightforward. Once the frame of the drawer was assembled, I used a rabbet bit in my router to create a shelf on the frame for the bottom panel to sit in. I'll leave a link to this rabbet bit in the description below. I used some 1/4-inch material for the bottom of the drawer to try to cut down on the weight. I found a nice piece of 1/2-inch plywood for the easel surface and decided to frame it with some Purple Heart cutoffs that I had left over from another project.
That's fancy. That's fancy.
Originally, I thought to put some hinges on the lip of the easel so it wouldn't protrude so much, but in the end, I decided to just make the lip shallower. To try to make the whole easel cohesive, I cut some more strips of the Purple Heart and attached them to the bottom side of the easel box. Sticking with this Purple Heart theme, I also decided to use it for the drawer slides. Now technically this drawer doesn't really need slides since it has such a snug fit, but I really like the pop of color that this Purple Heart adds. These hinges were already used and I don't have the original screws, but I'm sure I can find something that fits. To make the adjustable positions on the easel, I drilled some 3/8 inch holes into a strip of wood and split it down the middle on the table saw and then attached it to each side of the top of the easel box. In my rush, I forgot I needed to leave a little gap for the adjusting mechanism to rest so the easel top could lay flat, but it was a pretty easy fix with my multi-tool. I made the leg part of the easel from a few small pieces of the same trim wood that I used for the body of the easel, along with a couple pieces of 3/8 inch dowel and some small pipe clamps that I found in a hardware drawer. To keep the easel from flopping around when I'm carrying it, I use some rare earth magnets to connect it to the easel box. I originally planned to make the drawer face from the same wood that I made the rest of the body of the easel, but as I was digging through my wood pile, I found a piece of ambrosia maple that was just big enough to fit, and I figured, why not? For the finish, I used one of my favorites, Odie's oil. I added a small handle and some feet to give the easel a briefcase or suitcase feel when it's being carried. Alright, our sketch easel is finished. Let's go over a few of the details real quick. Number one, I'm really glad I decided to add the little touches of Purple Heart because it really stands out against this wood and it makes a big difference. Number two, the Odie's oil really made this wood look really rich. It almost has an antique or aged look that I really like. Having said that, As much as I like the maple, it is the only part of this that does not look aged. It looks brand new, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep that or change it out. I haven't quite decided yet. One of the big factors about this easel is that I made it bigger because I have certain things I want to keep in it, but in doing so, it's pretty heavy. So if you made your own, you could always scale it down and make it a lot lighter. All in all, I'm really happy with this project. I've wanted one of these for so long, so I'm glad I took the time out to make one. If you have any ideas of how this can be improved upon or things that could be added, then let me know in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching, be safe, and have a great day.